Welcome to the Magic on the Inside podcast by the Sisters Enchanted, where we chat magic, hot topics, personal development, and good old-fashioned life. Brew up something delicious and sit with us for a spell. Welcome to this episode of Magic on the Inside podcast. This is, I would say it's a special episode because Anna and I are both coming to you from sweatshirts and Rogue hat releases, but I don't know that that's really special. Welcome, Anna.
Hi, Sarah. I think it's special.
It's late at night. We are not our best, I guess. Normally we record podcasts during the day, and at least one of us is in a regular audio space or something these days anyway, but alas.
Not today. Not on this day.
Not on this day. We've had a lot of projects going on, and I am with my family in our camper. And so we did not get this podcast recorded before I left. And this is it. This was the time.
The time is now.
This is the hooded sweatshirt edition of Magic on the Inside.
Yes. I think it's funny because we both kind of look like it's a morning edition of the Magic on the Inside, not a nighttime edition. I'm getting that, it looks like we're pulled out of bed.
Our morning look the same as our tired from the whole day look.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to lie. My little person, Spawnling, is sick, and he has got a runny nose, and he took a 3-hour nap and a 2-hour nap, and I napped with him both times on this day.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I know. So I've been napping all day.
Anna's winning the self-care challenge.
Extra naps today.
Pull yourself a prize
right.
From the Closet O Swag.
Right. I will. Thank you. I know where the Closet O Swag lives. I shall help myself.
It's actually a whole room. It's like a 10 by 10 room.
I know where the swag office lives.
Yeah. Anyways, today on this episode, it's October, and that means several things. First and foremost, it means Halloween. Let's all just pause. Raise your wands, raise your goblets. It's Halloween, witches.
I have a pen.
Yeah, I have nothing. It's Halloween.
Kombucha and a pen.
Okay. Huzzah. Excelsior. And next, we are hosting Expedition to Soul, our free class. We've never before done it in October. And we're doing it starting October 18th. You can register at expeditiontosoul.com. 3 reasons why you should not register. Number 1, you don't like magic. Number 2, you don't like Anna and I. Number 3, you don't want to go on a virtual quest. If you don't like adventure. You don't like adventure. If you check any of those boxes, do not register at expeditiontosoul.com.
What if the boxes are they like adventure, and what was box number 1?
They
like magic. What if they like magic and they like adventures, but they don't like us?
You probably still should not register because it's a lot of us. If you don't like us yet, you're listening to this, I think you took a wrong turn in podcast land. Yeah. So that is another thing. And also, it's just spooky season. So we can talk about things like ghosts and death and spookiness, and nobody bats an eye about
the general spookiness.
The general spookiness. So today we are talking about Halloween and the death card in tarot. And I want you to stick to the end of this podcast because Anna and I will tell you what it is that we would say to the death card if we stepped inside of it. Good storytelling exercise. So stick to the end for that. what we would say to the death card if we had to walk inside of it and meet that character. All right. That's going to be at the end. So, but first, Halloween and the death card.
Now I'm going to worry about that the whole podcast. It's going to be another one of those podcasts where I just stare at the video like, because really I'm thinking about the prompt at the end.
Okay, just focus. 'Tis the season of spooky, like I said. And whether you are a new tarot reader or you don't read tarot or you're tarot curious or whatever you are, in the major arcana, there is the death card. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do you think is like somebody who doesn't know tarot and gets served up the death card? What's their like common reaction, do you think?
Death.
Say it isn't so.
And it's like that, and then always that, because it's always the card in like movies where like the doom music plays, where there's like tarot in movies, that it's always like death and the hanged man, and it's like da, da.
True. And then like weird looks on everyone's eyeballs, like who's it gonna be?
Right.
But listen, I think that if I got served some death in the hangman, knowing tarot, I'd be like, well, looks like I'm in for some perspective shifts and a slight change in my pace.
Some slight changes.
Some changes. Yeah. So death really is about ending for new beginnings. It's about endings, right? Plain and simple.
It is. And yeah. Well, astrologically speaking, it's associated with the zodiac sign of Scorpio. And with Scorpio, we have obviously the scorpion as the symbolic figure of that zodiac sign. But one of the original alignments with Scorpio is the phoenix. And it is that like death and regeneration, you know, burning up in flame in order to be born again and like keep going. So it has a very phoenix energy about it.
Yeah. True. And at Halloween season, which we are in right now, lest you forget, I think that it's an amazing time to work with the energy of that death card because we're ending the light months. We're moving into the dark months. So we're putting to death the light months. All the trees, the leaves are falling. The sun is out less if you're in the northern hemisphere. Here where we are, we're in Connecticut, and the sun is just day by day. There's less and less sunshine. And the trees are just losing more and more leaves. So everything it's ending. A cycle is ending, right? We're going into hibernation.
Is the season for mosquitoes also ending?
Oh, here's hoping. They're horrible
hoping.
this year.
Here
is hoping. But death at the Halloween season, I think that with the invitation to look at sort of everything spooky, to maybe wear clothing you don't normally wear, to watch movies you don't normally watch, to read books you don't normally read. Maybe you're just feeling a little like friskier than typical. I think looking at death in a different way and really what do you want to put an end to? And that death card in tarot is the same. And when we look at that figure, when you think of death in fairy tales or in stories, death is often not this, I mean, death will come to someone's door and like do what death does, but death is also like death can't, when you cheat death, it turns into a game of like survival, really, of trying to just hide out and get past. And I think death in as a character in stories like fairy tales and whatnot will be down for a game, but it's because it puts the person on the other end in this like hamster wheel of trying to escape and be not found. And I think that considering that theme at this time of year, really asking yourself, where have you been kind of hiding out from something, avoiding putting it to an end? Like where are you trying to cheat, quote unquote, death, but maybe not obviously not the death of yourself, but like the death of a relationship or the death of a job that doesn't suit you, or the death of a habit or a dream that really isn't your dream, but you've held it for so long that you're like, well, I can't just let it go. I've been telling everybody about it for 20 years, even though you realize that maybe it's not what you actually wanted after all. And just kind of where you're trying to cheat that idea of putting to end something. And I think that this is a brilliant time of year to do that.
I had some serious Final Destination vibes when you're talking about like the hamster wheel and trying to avoid death.
Well, it's true. It just will keep coming for you. And yeah.
Well, and then I thought about, Harry Potter and the story of the Hallows and that take on, using the cloak of invisibility so that you can squeeze by death until the end of that story.
Exactly. But who wants to stay hidden for your whole life, not experience anything?
I know.
And that's what purpose death serves in tarot. It's time to put an end to something so something else can start. And I think that with, you just think of Halloween, and I mentioned like maybe you dress in a different way. And I say that because at Halloween so often, like I just did this yesterday, I took my kids to an event, but I had on like more makeup than I would normally wear. And you can do that, or maybe you wear like a really fitted outfit or like a really short dress, and you wouldn't normally do that. But we do all these things at Halloween and this whole month that we wouldn't normally do the other 11 months of the year. And maybe you're listening and you're like, I do that, Sarah, all 12 months of the year. Yeah. Anna's like, I wear green lipstick every day. Once it do you. My point being, though, is we do often do things a little more extreme during the month of October than we would elsewise. And I think that it's a great invitation to look at versions of you, things happening around you to put death to. And the death card in tarot is something that really trips people up. When you look at myths around tarot or stigma around tarot, a lot of people are afraid of that death card, like it's predicting death or something. And that's not what it is at all. It's really just this invitation to put something to an end.
Right.
That needs ending.
Yes.
Yes. And spooky season is a great time to do that.
It is a great time to do that.
It is. And you know how you can get some help with that? By joining us in Expedition to Soul. Did I say
because
that?
Because you like magic. And Sarah and
I. Us. And you love adventure. ExpeditionToSoul.com. Anna, should I go first? My foot is falling asleep. I'm crouching because I'm on the floor recording this, and my feet and legs, and I just can't stop moving around as a result. So if you're watching the video version of this and you're like, why won't Sarah sit still? Well, one, I have ants in my pants most of the time. And second, my feet are falling asleep and I can't sit still as a result.
My foot fell asleep for like 3 hours the other day.
I know, you said that. Weird. Okay, so let's play this game. What would you say to the death card if you walked in? Do you want me to go first? Or have you been thinking about this?
I only got, hello, sir.
Hello, sir. It's a good start.
Hello, sir. Please don't step on me. I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
I don't need you to step on me. I'll just see my way out on my own, please. Thank you.
All right, here. I'll speak my piece, and maybe you can reconsider yours. All right. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith imagery, there is the death figure with his what's that thing called? The
scythe.
Yeah, his harvesting tool.
Is it not a scythe? Is that wrong?
Yeah, it is a scythe, and he's sitting on a horse.
He is.
Right. And kind of like this like skeletal sort of
Grim Reaper-esque.
Grim Reaper-esque, yeah. So I think that if I walked into that card and was face to face with the death figure, I have this like idea that death would sort of just because it's not putting to death me, but like sucking out of me all that which is not helpful. Like a giant energetic cleanse of sorts, like a big death vacuum where you just be like, whoosh.
Big death vacuum.
Yeah. All of the stagnant stories and energies that need putting to end, I shall suck away. And then I would hop on the back of Death's horse and then ride to the next adventure where Death would drop me off, because Death knows that Death will be back for me in the next version of me that needs sucking away. I'm also a Sagittarius with lots of Sagittarius energy. So this idea of getting on the back of Death's horse and just riding off for the adventure really seems appealing.
Well, some context of me saying hello, sir. I can see my way out myself. Well, traditionally in that card, there's also oftentimes like an image of a man, a woman, a child, somebody that's almost dressed like Pope-esh, somebody of like Hierophant style in the tarot deck. And some people are already kind of lying down. Some people are groveling. Some people are hiding away, shying away. I think like the mother or the woman figure often shields kind of the child figure in the card. And the kind of idea I get from that is that it waits for no one. It doesn't matter like who you are, how young, how old, how much money you have, how much money you don't have, if you're intelligent, like, and by means of like further education, that kind of thing. It waits for nobody. And that oftentimes we resist change so much. And that's why we kind of get that kind of trampled over feeling when that kind of death card moment hits our lives, because we've resisted that transformation. We've resisted that Phoenix rising. We've resisted being the Scorpion who stings themselves or stings those trying to help them, and then has nowhere else to go and nothing left. And there's no choice but to start over. And that, so I would say, so Sarah would get on the horse and ride away to her next journey until that option happens again. And for me, I would say, you know, like, you don't need to trample me because I'll do it myself, you know, instead of resisting that call for change, that kind of heralding of change of that death card, that I would be like, no, I get it. It's just so much easier. Once you realize that it's easier to just do it yourself, that you can just be like, hey, man.
Yeah, I see what you got going there.
Yeah, you just see my way out.
Yeah. No, I like it. So two very different takes, but I think that both of us though see the like release of that card where you see it and you're like, I'm just gonna release in this moment, and what do I need to change? I'm just gonna change it. Where I'm just like, and I'm like, I won't resist. What are you gonna take from me? You know, and I'll just let you take it so I can move forward. I think it's interesting though, where I'm like, someone take it from me, and you're like, I just give it up. Like,
well, I think that like if you think about us too as human beings and personalities, humans of humanity, of the earth, of sorts.
My favorite thing to refer to people as humans.
Humans, I know. Hello, fellow human.
Over there.
But I think you can see that in kind of like our lives, that just like in general, I have always been like, I'm going to change. Like, here it is, without prepping anybody for it or without prepping myself for it, really. And oftentimes that I'm just like, had to happen, had to go, had to continue on. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I can't help you if you don't like it. You know, I've always kind of like been that way, like change.
I wonder if because you're Scorpio rising.
I am. And I have a Pluto and Scorpio in my 12th house.
And I'm a Cancer rising.
Yeah.
So I really do like to hold on to my feelings and keep them inside.
You do. Well, I'm just like, I'm saying, like, Sarah's. Yeah, I mean, Sarah, I know that like in life in general, if Sarah's upset or burdened, that sometimes it takes a little while for like Sarah to be like, I'm upset and burdened and it's your fault. Like, or I'm doing something, like it takes like a little while because Sarah tries to like endure that or fix it. She tries to like fix it by fixing herself, to fix other things, which sometimes is the absolute answer. And for me, I've always just been like, not talking to you, not talking to you. Hello, goodbye. So long for now. I'm late. I like don't, I'm just like, no, I'm upset. My feelings are hurt. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. No, I will stew. Like I don't really, I think I just endure until there's no more capacity to endure. And then it comes out in like a really big epic way where you just are like, hold the phone.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah. So yes, me and the death card, I'm just like,
yeah,
I see you. The Scorpio in me honors the Scorpio in you.
I think a really good, like a fun activity to do. And we teach this in our, like how we teach tarot too, is just really considering story in your relationship to cards. So I think whether or not you have a tarot deck, you can just like Google image, look for death card and tarot and look, or just pull yours out, but just ask, like, what would you say? What do you see happening when you step in that card? And consider that idea, that theme, that story this October.
Yeah.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season to be spooky.
There's a cackle.
One day we're going to have fancy podcast buttons where we will actually have to cackle, and we will pre-record a good cackle. And then
I know. We have the device for it. We just don't know how to use it.
I know. I was like, maybe I'll go to the office so we can record some videos. But if you're not there to help me turn it on or like to plug my computer into it, I think that it's likely.
Oh, if you do that, let me know. So you have to check the audio buttons. My kids were in there during our meeting the other night.
Oh, then I probably won't.
I think they turned the gain all the way down. You need to turn it up.
Oh, the gain. Yeah. I was really worried about the gain and whether or not it would be.
Oh my gosh. Anna and I, like, people give us suggestions for stuff all the time, just like things we should do, we could do. And whenever it involves tech, we're like, yeah, we have the tech for that. Just we have no idea how to use it. Like, yeah, we could do that. I don't know how to actually make it happen.
It's like, yeah, it's like when we tried to like really up our game and got like keyboards and extra screens and stuff so we could be like really productive, and most of the conversations were like, where's the dongle? I can't. Where's the extra cords? Like, what? I can't.
I know. Yeah, or like my other screen won't turn on, or why is this one here and there's no sound and I can't share the right thing, and then I get so irritated I just use my 13-inch laptop screen anyway.
I have a big screen right here too, and I never use it. I'm just always here on my little screen trying to figure things out. It
irks Emma's husband to no end when he sees me looking at my 13-inch screen while the big like 20-something inch is just there, black right next to it, and I'm like, I don't have patience for that.
I don't know. It's like, yeah.
Like we need to
just plug it in. The settings are already like done. I'm like, no.
Like no. That's easy for you to say.
Right?
You know where to find the settings.
Right.
I wonder what part of our astrology predicted that this would be the case.
We have a discrepancy with tech.
We'd be taken out by extra monitors and the gain on our soundboard.
Yeah, again, I've been really worrying about that gain.
Oh my gosh, that's what the death card, death by soundboard.
By gain.
She was trying to fix the gain and found her demise.
Da, da, da.
Anyway, all right, y'all. I think that's going to be it for this day. So I want you to consider the death card, your relationship to that story, what it means for you, and think on it this month. And then go to expeditiontosoul.com and join us there. Starts October 18th. It's going to be a swimmingly good time.
A swimming good time?
Yeah, we redid it. It's all new. It's fresh. It's got a fresh coat of paint.
So fresh and so clean.
Yeah. So fresh and so clean for sure. All right, everyone. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you share.
You hit the bell because you want notifications.
You do all the things. Leave us a review. But if you're going to say rude things, don't leave us a review. Just kind reviews this Halloween season, please. And follow us online wherever you are on the socials. That's where we are too. And until next time, we hope that you have an enchanted rest of your day ahead.